There is something painful about being human. Sometimes you can work hard, try your best, give everything you have, and still feel like nothing is changing. You wake up every morning, you go through your routine, you try to improve, but secretly, there is a question inside your mind. Is this really working? Am I wasting my time? Will things ever get better? And that is where many people make the biggest mistake of their lives. They quit during the season where they are actually growing. They walk away one step before the opportunity appears. They abandon the dream one moment before the breakthrough. And this happens because human beings are naturally designed to look for immediate results. Our brains like evidence. We want proof that our effort is working. If we plant a seed today, we want a tree tomorrow. If we begin changing ourselves today, we want a completely different life tomorrow. But transformation does not work that way. Growth happens quietly before it becomes visible. I see. Think about a child learning to walk. A baby falls hundreds of times before taking their first successful steps. Imagine if that child could think like an adult. After falling 10 times, they might say, I am not talented enough. Walking is not for me. Other people can do it, but I cannot. But because children do not think that way, they continue. They fall, they learn, they adjust, they try again. Eventually, something that looked impossible becomes natural. That is exactly how personal growth works. Every skill you admire in another person was once uncomfortable for them. Confidence was once insecurity. Discipline was once inconsistency. Success was once failure. Leadership was once fear. The difference is not that successful people never struggled. The difference is they stayed in the process long enough to transform. Many people quit because they measure themselves against the wrong timeline. Absolutely. It's about the right timeline. We compare our beginning to someone else's middle. Exactly. We see the final picture, not the journey. They don't see the years of rejection, the failures, the sacrifices. I know. The nights they questioned themselves, the moments they almost gave up. That's so relatable. One of the greatest skills you can develop is the ability to survive the uncomfortable middle. Because life has 3 stages. Stage 1, the beginning. This is exciting. You have motivation, you have hope, you believe anything is possible. Stage 2, the difficult middle. This is where most people quit. The excitement disappears. Results are slow. Challenges appear. Doubt enters. This stage tests your commitment. Stage 3, the transformation. This is where consistency begins producing results. I see. The habits become easier. The skill improves. The confidence grows. The problem is most people want stage 3 without surviving stage 2. Exactly. They skip the grind. They want the reward without the process. They want the harvest without planting. They want confidence without facing fear. We have been taught that discomfort means something is wrong. But sometimes discomfort means something is changing. When you exercise, your muscles experience stress. But that stress creates growth. When you learn something difficult, your brain struggles. But that struggle creates ability. When you challenge your old identity, it feels uncomfortable. But that discomfort creates a new version of yourself. Take a moment and ask yourself, what area of my life am I about to quit? Is it a career goal, a business idea, a relationship, a health journey, a personal dream, a skill I am learning? A health journey, actually. Now ask, if I continued for another year, who could I become? That's a powerful question. It makes you think about your potential. The biggest misunderstanding about success is that people think success comes from big actions. But most success is built through ordinary actions repeated consistently. The difference between an average life and an exceptional life is often small decisions made every day. That's so true. Imagine 2 people. Person A improves by 1% every day. Person B stays exactly the same. At first, the difference is invisible. After 1 day, nothing changes. After 1 week, nothing dramatic happens. After 1 month, they look similar. But after years, their lives are completely different because small choices compound. Your habits are creating your future identity. Every action sends a message to yourself. When you exercise, you are saying, I am someone who values my health. When you study, you are saying, I am someone who invests in growth. When you save money, you are saying, I am someone who prepares for the future. Many people focus on changing their behavior, but lasting change begins with changing identity. Instead of saying, I need to force myself to exercise, say, I am becoming a healthy person. That's a powerful reframe. I am someone who continues improving. That's a powerful mindset. The question is not, what do I need to do? The deeper question is, who do I need to become? Because when your identity changes, your actions naturally follow. Imagine someone who loses their job at 40. They feel embarrassed. They think, I am too old. That's a tough spot to be in. I wasted my time. Everyone is ahead of me. But instead of staying trapped in that belief, they ask, what is one more thing I can do today? Learn a new skill. Contact one person. They apply for one opportunity. They improve one habit. 1 year later, their entire life has changed. Not because of one magical moment, because of hundreds of small decisions. Absolutely, it's cumulative. If you listen to this point, please like, comment, and follow because we will continue in our next post. Yes, please do.